Ethan, what are you doing?
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
We can't allow this, Deadpool.
I don't have time for your X-Men bull, Colossus.
Hey, I'm John.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm John.
And we're here to review the new awesome superhero movie / villain, whatever you want to call it, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
It's here.
Vigilante.
It is here. We've been, riding this hype train for months now.
Yeah,
more
it's
than
been
months.
an incredible journey ever since the test footage came out, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And here we are, sitting here, talking about it.
And you know what? It lived up to every bit of hype.
I
loved it.
So happy I saw it.
Fantastic movie. Ethan, what did you think going into it?
Going into it, like you said, I've been riding the hype train for months. I've been following this for the 3 years, ever since the test footage.
Right.
And I just keep seeing all the promotional material. There were like a million TV spots for this.
Yeah.
And I just got more and more excited. And I mean, I try to go in there with a little, reserve judgment.
Right.
Because, could have sucked.
It could have.
It probably wouldn't have. But
Yeah.
I'm coming out of it. I loved it. John, what about you?
I'm right with you there, Ethan. The ad campaign for this movie was great. Deadpool's a great character.
Oh.
I've been following the development of this for, I guess, a few years now, really.
Yeah.
And going in, I was just so hopeful and excited.
I was just really excited. Like you said, the ad campaign for this movie was excellent. The Super Bowl jokes got me
Yeah,
rolling on the floor.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted this movie to redeem itself from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
We don't
because
talk about that movie.
That was awful. That was not Deadpool. And
Not
I just
Deadpool.
wanted to see the Deadpool that I knew and love on the big screen.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I got that.
There he was,
You got it.
right there on the screen.
So, first great thing about this movie, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
Alright, so he's been working on this for the 3, or however long he's been working on this. He's dedicated himself to this role. Many years of just trying to put this thing together. So you have to know that he is bringing his all for this, and it really shows.
He really melts into this role.
Yeah.
And of course, with the kind of movie this is, you have to make this an action comedy. And it nailed the comedy portion of this.
Absolutely.
It was hilarious from start to finish. I couldn't think of a time where I wasn't at least grinning.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I remember within the first 10 minutes, my mouth already hurt from smiling too much.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds definitely adds to that. We just mentioned he was so great in this movie. He was
Yeah.
a big part of why it was so funny. Most of the humor in this movie is, I guess, sort of vulgar or obscene in nature.
Absolutely, and that's how it should be.
But the jokes don't necessarily rely on pointless obscenity.
Right, yeah, it's
Exactly.
a lot smarter than you think it would be.
Yeah.
The script in this movie is also outstanding.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
really like the writing with all the characters and such.
The story's really interesting. The pacing is great. And
Yeah, I
like,
noticed, even when there's not, stuff blowing up on screen or Deadpool making quips, it slows down and it actually gets into the gist
Right,
of the
it's
plot.
still interesting.
I was engaged.
Yeah.
Had a
does
really
actually,
cool...
as silly of a movie as this is, it actually does make you care about the drama and the characters too.
Yeah,
A
like
pretty
I was
good
surprised.
extent.
Like there were some times in the where I'm like, wow, Ryan Reynolds, you can act, man.
You can act.
You're
This
an
guy
actor.
can act.
That's some great. Well, anyways, all the characters are very well done. Like we just said, Deadpool himself is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Colossus.
And,
is in it.
yes,
I love
Colossus.
Colossus,
You know,
man.
I like this Colossus a little bit more than I did the
I
original
think
X-Men
too.
Colossus.
In this one, they made him very family friendly, and I like that. I think that works really well with his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Eat breakfast.
Eats breakfast.
Most important meal of day.
the great thing was I thought Deadpool himself as a character was really fleshed out, but without any gratuitous backstory. Because
Yeah.
that's something we've seen in a lot of superhero movies, where they just give you way too much more than you even care about.
Right.
And this movie gave you enough to give him the character and let you know and
Yeah.
tell you about him, but not too much that it got boring. I really like
The
that.
way I think of it is that the movie is split in between the action and then backstory. And of course, it is an origin story, so they have to show you something. But I think they show you just enough, a few snippets here and there, where you can, as a viewer, piece it together without having them cram it down your throats.
And the awesome thing about this is the action is fantastic.
Yeah.
Top notch.
I was really surprised because this movie had a relatively low budget for a superhero movie. I think equating to only $58 million.
Right.
So I was really happy to see that the action was practical. It felt real. It felt gritty. It was well choreographed. I was getting amped in the theater. People were engaged.
Absolutely. And it was of course.
Props to Tim Miller.
Tim Miller, the director.
Miller.
Great
First
job.
time director.
Good job.
And you kicked off to a great start. Please direct the sequel. So guys, all in all, Deadpool, great movie, super fun.
Great
I
movie.
loved it.
John, what are you gonna give Deadpool?
Guys, Deadpool blew me away. I was excited for this. I knew it would be good. It was even better than I thought it would be. Ryan Reynolds did a great job. It was hysterical the whole way through. Really good script, well paced with an interesting story. Great characters, great action, just a ton of fun overall.
Absolutely.
Deadpool gets 5 out of 5 stars.
It's
Fireworks.
5 out of 5. Okay. As for myself, I really enjoyed Deadpool. I love Deadpool. I had never been the biggest fan of his in the comics, though I was always there to appreciate him. I liked what he did in the comics. So hearing Deadpool, going there, I love Deadpool. I loved the action. It was so much fun and it had a lot of rhythm to it. I love the characters of Deadpool. I loved everyone else. I liked the story, even though it's still an origin story and we see some things before. I still really, really liked it. I'm giving Deadpool a 5 out of 5.
Oh wow, well, Ethan,
Uh-oh.
I love this movie. I have to
Uh-oh.
say, this is honestly, it's my new favorite Marvel movie. I didn't expect that for me to be saying that when I walked out.
Is this your favorite one since The Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
man.
Here we
This
go.
movie had the action down. It was great. It was energetic. It was fast-paced. It was hilarious. They nailed the character of Deadpool.
Absolutely.
Ryan Reynolds absolutely killed it as Deadpool. The story was great. The villain was fun.
I like the villain.
Just everything about this movie just echoed what it was like to be a really great comic book movie, which is why I'm going to give Deadpool a 5 out of 5 stars.
Also,
And guys,
Also.
Mr. Alex saw this movie but could not be here for the review. He also wanted to give a 5 out of 5.
And you know what that means?
You know what that means? It gets the seal of approval.
Your tongue is off my
5 out of 5.
You know what? I have to say, didn't expect this rating to come this early in the
No,
year,
I
but I am glad it did.
I-
So guys, let us know. How did you like the review? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Make sure to let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our wonderful channel if you haven't already done so. And make sure to check out our really cool merchandise
Look at that.
at
We don't sell that one. We don't sell that.
/Stubmasters.
We don't
I'm
sell
sorry,
that.
this
sell
is really
these.
the Star Wars
We
shirt.
sell these, not those.
But anyways, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm John.
Have a great day.